Hey, welcome back to the shop, everybody. Another episode of S&S here. So I got a couple updates for you on some stuff that's been going on around the shop, some welding table updates, and we've had a lot of work going on. So the past couple weeks I really haven't had a lot of time to sit down and make videos for you. It's something that I really like to do, is try to post up a couple videos throughout the week, and I just really haven't had the time. I haven't made the time to do it. Just been busy doing other stuff, but I've had a lot of jobs come in and I've been having to get them done. Some of them I've taken some filming on, and others I haven't, just because I'm trying to just get stuff out of my way, get it done, get it out the door, just try to get it out of here so I can work on my stuff. So I have been pretty busy lately, but I finally got caught up. All of my customer jobs, they're all done as of right now, and hopefully I can start back on my welding table project again. But the good news is that I still have some video of that. I haven't shown it all yet, so that's going to follow today's S&S video. What we're going to do is we're going to finish the shaft work. I did the turning and threading on it and screwed it into the faceplate, and everything was very successful. So you're going to get to see that real soon. So that'll be coming up next. And then something else here I'll show you is I've got some more chrome rod material right here, and I decided this is going to be the T-handle for the tube here, this tapped hole. So everything else is big, and that's kind of my theme on this, is go big. So this was a rod that I had to make. Actually, last week I made this rod. It's a piece of 1.5" chrome plated rod, same thing that the other shaft is made out of. So scrap piece of material, why not use it? So I'll do some machining on this. We may have to shorten it, cut it off, and we'll do some turning and some threading to where that will screw into this hole here. And then we'll do it's going to look about like a chuck wrench. I'll drill and ream it. This is a piece of 3/4 chrome plated rod, and I'll drill and ream it where this will go through. And it's either going to be a light press fit, or we'll have to put a set screw on the end to hold it. So it'll look something like that. So that's the idea of the T-handle for this right here. As I said, I'll shorten that some, so I don't want it hanging way out here. I just that's it anyway. So thought I'd share that with you. So that's one of the things we got to do to this. And then we've also got to do some drilling and tapping for the oil cups that I mentioned in the past. I've got some good information to show you on that, but we're going to get to that later. Okay. The badge, still haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yet. I've had a lot of people say that their opinion is we ought to nickel plate this. So I've been listening to everybody's opinions. So I have a couple chrome plating shops that I'm going to contact and talk to them about this and see if I can get a price on it. And we'll see about either having it chrome plated or probably nickel plated. So we just haven't made it that far yet. All right. So we've got some viewer mail here. I got one box. I'm going to pull that over here real quick, show you. And then as far as some video content, I've actually got some machining for you this week. I took the GoPro to work, and I filmed a few things at work there. We got some boring mill. We did some jobs on the board mill, so I took some video of that. And right now I can't remember what all I took, but there was a couple different jobs there at work that I took some video of. So we'll throw that in the video this week, and hope you guys enjoy. I wanted to mention, I have been trying to separate the videos for S&S because the weeks that I get a bunch of viewer mail, I do like to show that. I understand that there's guys who don't care for this right here. They don't want to hear me talking, and they don't want to see what I got. But I'm going to continue to show those things because that is my way of saying thank you to the person who decided to give me something. And it's not me gloating or showing off or anything like that. It's just me being thankful for what somebody has done for me. And the other thing about it too was I know for a fact that when somebody sends something and they pull it out and they show it on a video and they hear their name get mentioned in a video and they see it flash across the screen, you know, people really like that. The first time that it happened to me, I was smiles all day long, and I believe it was Tom Lipton the first time anybody ever mentioned me in a video, and that just made my day. So that's another reason why we show the viewer mails, because people enjoy that. That's their little, I don't know, it's almost like being on TV, I guess. So I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to say that to the guys, because I know there's a lot of people that's starting to get a little aggravated about the show and tell with the viewer mail. But I'm going to continue to do it because that's what I want to do, and I enjoy to do it. So I do try to separate it though, so that you guys can just skip it and go straight to the projects. But so speaking of viewer mail, we've got one box here, and this is from Bruce Gratton III, I think, and he's from Cutchogue, New York. Bruce is very cool. He always sends me emails about my videos, and he's also sent me a couple other things in the past, but he has sent me an assortment of sandpaper here, some 3M sandpaper. We got 150, 220, let's see, 150, 100, and 100. So we got some different grit sandpaper, and we've got some more of these sanding blocks, these little sponges. He's thrown in a few of those. Okay. And we've also got this flapper that you can put on a drill or put it on a pestle grinder if you want. So he sent that there, and has also got a couple grinding wheels. Here's I believe this is a 7-inch grinding rock here, and then we've got some smaller ones right here. Okay, so that is from Bruce, and he's got a note here also, and I think it's kind of a short note. He says, "Hey Adam, here's some abrasives to keep you going on your rotary welding table build. Looking good so far. Wishing you and your family a great 2015. Bruce Gratton Sr., I believe." So, very cool, Bruce. Thank you for all of the abrasives here, and I'll see about, if you want, I'll see about mailing you a sticker. So, all right, well, that's about it for my week's updates, and just as soon as I get a chance, I'll start making some more videos for you. I do have some video that I took, I don't know, stuff I've got in my archives now that I've never even shown you, so if I ever get a chance, I'll make some more project videos or work-related videos. So we'll try to keep them coming as best we can. So as always, thank you for tuning in, and thanks for all the new subscribers. You guys just you keep pouring in on me, so I'm continuing to try to make these videos fun to watch. So all right guys, we'll see you later. Okay. All right guys, well, it's Sunday again, and today was my flea market day. I gotta say, you know, I really enjoy getting up on Sunday morning, sometimes Saturdays, and going down to the flea market. It's just a few blocks down the street from me, so it's pretty convenient to get to go. But I enjoy going down there. I kind of have a routine now where I walk through, and I'm starting to you know, be familiar with some of the people that's out there every weekend and know where to look for the good buys. But you know, and they have some excellent food down there too. There's lots of different food venues there, and so I enjoy trying something different. Different weekends, instead of going to one vendor, I'll go to the other vendor and get something. So I don't know, I just really enjoy it. So I did find a couple things today, and one of them is this item right here. Some of you probably will recognize what that is. It is a little bit rusty and crusty, but it works, and it works pretty good. So what this is some people call it an RPM gauge or a tack. So I have one of these, and it's a Starrett that Gil had given me, And there's been a couple guys that's demoed these on YouTube, and I know one is Mr. Pete. He's demoed this tool, and also I believe Keith Rucker has done a video on using one, and in the past I think Keith Fenner's showed it in one of his videos also. But this one's a little rusty, so it needs some cleaning up. But I wanted to show it to you before I do any cleaning up on it, and then we'll just kind of compare it after I get it cleaned. I don't know what brand it is because I can't. If there's any hallmarks on here, I can't read them. There's a little bit too much rust, so I'm going to clean it up and see if we can find a maker. But it feels nice though. This knurl right here seems really nice and solid. So I'm thinking that it might be a Brown and Sharp, but I don't really know. I don't think it's a Starrett, so it's going to be one of the other manufacturers. So anyway, I was digging through an old toolbox, and I seen that in there. I instantly knew what that was as soon as I seen it, and not a lot of people recognize what that is. Even the guy I bought it from, I don't think he knew what it was. He knew it had value, but he didn't really know what it was worth and how it was used. So he was kind of hem-hawing around, not sure what to ask for it. I told him, I said, I'll give you $5 for it, and he said sold. So I bought that for $5, and I'm going to get it cleaned up and re-oiled and see if we can get it in good working condition. So the other item that I picked up is down here on my table. I'll move it down here so I ain't got to move the camera, and I'll show it to you guys, okay? So here's the other flea market purchase that I made today. It's an old Kennedy toolbox, and it's a little rough and crusty also, but I think I got a pretty good buy on it. It is missing the bottom drawer here, which could be replaced if someone wanted to. I'm sure you could call Kennedy and they would probably sell you the correct drawer for this. I don't know why there's so much rust on it. I almost feel like this toolbox was underwater at one time. You see all the rust in here on the bottom here, and then in all of the drawers, you can probably see it from there, but like you can see rust spots in here. And the felt, I mean, the felt feels nice. It's maybe the guy cleaned it and vacuumed it, but there's rust stains on all of the felt here. I can see, let me show you. I can see in all of the drawers, this one's been a little bit right here too, so is that one. But all of the drawers have a little bit of rust staining in them. So I got a feeling that this might have been flooded at one point. I don't know. But it's still in good shape. It's still a usable box. You can see all the rust there. But like I said, the felt feels nice, so it's like it's stained. That one's in good shape. Doesn't have the felt in the bottom there. You know, I walked by, and being a machinist and somebody who owns Kennedy, I instantly knew what it was, and I walked up, and that's the first thing I asked him. I said, "What are you asking for the Kennedy?" And he said, "I want $35 for it." He said, "It's missing a drawer and it's a little rough, but I think it's worth $35. So I couldn't argue with him. I told him, I said, "That sounds pretty good." So I made a walk around, and I thought about it the whole time. I'm like, man, should I get that box? Or I don't really need it. I don't have room for it. I don't have anywhere to put it, honestly. I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, man, it's another one of those things that I just hate to walk away from, because if I can't use it, somebody can. So I decided to go ahead and buy it and bring it home, and I've got a couple people in mind that may be interested in buying it. You know, just give me my money back, basically. And I don't know, we'll see. If they're not interested, I might just try to keep it around here somewhere, find a spot for it, and have another place to put some tools. So, oh, I do have the cover for it also. It's right here. It's a little bent, so I don't know what. This thing's lived a hard life, I could tell. It's a little tight. It's a little tight going in there. You got to kind of push on it hard. but it'll go up in there. So anyway, that was my other flea market find for today. $35 Kennedy toolbox. So we'll see if we can figure out what to do with this one. All right, here's a couple parts that I'm making now. I'm getting ready to do some power tapping in these ends. Well, that's what I decided to do anyway. Instead of boring and threading them, we're going to do some power tapping. So here's the original piece. They're just rod extensions. And here's the two new ones here. These are the clevises that screw on there. You have another nut that goes on, jams it. These screw in there and then screw into the other rod. So 1.25" 12 tap. And this is the tap driver that I made a long time ago. It'll go up in there like so, like that. Number 5 Morse taper. Tighten those set screws up and that'll drive it. And we'll go up in there like that. Alright, by the way, I forgot my stupid GoPro case today. So I really don't have a good way to hold my camera, so I've just been holding it by hand. But we'll see if we can get a shot. So I got it set up. I got the mill tram straight with the spindle. Got it centered using my coax that guys don't like to see me use. I thought I'd show you a couple things. So here's the engagement. Reverse. Okay. And as far as speed, just so you know, I'm in Inkelvaxel and Inklapod. Inkelvaxel right here. I'm in 34. This side right here, Q and 1. 34. So if you look at that and this, that's that right there. So you're to the left, 1. To the left, 1. 34 RPM, Inkelvaxel, and then this one has to be engaged too. There's your chart for it right there. Okay. I'm also engaged on the chuck. Low RPMs, the spindle has to be engaged with the chuck. If you don't, I'll show you. See? So you have to engage it so that it spins the same RPM as the chuck. Alright. Alright, we'll try this to get it started anyway. Put some oil on it. Lots of oil. Lots of oil, let's waste it. Alright, here we go. Oh, I've got it marked 2 inches at that line, and that'll give me a 1/2 inch of clearance back here so I don't break it. Alright, it started in there. I'm just hand working the clutch here. Just eyeball it to that blue line, and that should be clearance, and I'll use my tap wrench to finish it off, okay? And I'll just reverse it. You can see the spindle handle moving because it's just floating. This is floating. There we go. So now we'll just finish it by hand tapping it. All right, ready to hand tap. This is where we get to make use of our sweet card number 10 tap handle. I love it. That makes it nice. There's the first one done. Just trying to get you a shot of it, of the threads. I done screwed the little stub in there too, and it fits good. That's it. One more to go. All right, that's it. There's both of them finished up. And next to the old one is the old sample. This one wasn't really bad. I mean, it looks rough, but the other one was messed up. So we had 2 new cylinders, so we decided to make 2 new rod extensions. Okay, so here's another power tapping job I'm going to do in this rod here. I got to do 1.5 inch 12 female thread here in this hole, and this is brand new 1.5 inch tap. But what I'm really pointing out is the sleeve here. That's tap driver for 1.5 inch 12 tap, or 1.5 inch tap. Got another one here. This one's for 1 1/8 inch hand tap. I believe Peter Owens gave me these. It's been a little while now. So anyway, we're going to power tap. We're going to power tap this rod. Try to make sure it's flooded. Plenty of oil. I part about overusing it. I'd rather have too much, not enough. Alright, let me go on in there with that. Alright, about to come on out with it. See how we did. Just watching my quill. Here we go. It looks pretty good. We'll have to get it cleaned out, but it looks good. So the tapered sleeve works. Well, there it is, cleaned up, guys. And I found this very interesting. The brand name on it is Craftsman. Right there it says Craftsman, made in USA. It cleaned up really good. And I've oiled it too. I've got these really cool little Super Lube oil pens, and they work perfect. You got that little hole there so you can apply some oil, and there's another one right there on the front, and I pumped it with some oil. I mean, and this thing runs nice and smooth. I put a little bit of extra oil right there too, so it's doing really nice. So I'm interested to know if anybody's familiar with who made this tool for Craftsman, because I don't know. I really don't know who was building the Craftsman tools, you know, machinist tools. So anyway, there it is, cleaned up. It's a nice find, and it works good. So I'm gonna oil it all up good, and I'm gonna stick it in the toolbox.